Biden blames inflation on Ultra-MAGA policies that would hurt families. But hey, at least it's not Super Ultra-MAGA 2 Turbo Championship Edition.
People are intimidating Supreme Court justices outside their homes, just as the Founding Fathers intended.
Elon Musk announced he will unban Trump from Twitter, but Trump is busy living his truth.
There's a shortage on baby formula. Too bad women don't exist anymore, or they could just breastfeed.
The iPod is being discontinued after years of no one using it. It now joins Microsoft Zune. I'm too young for that. In iHeaven.
All this and more on
The Bee Weekly.
Here we are, everybody, the Babylon Bee podcast. Today I'm joined by Morgan, our social media manager. Do you want to go by Morgan or MJ? Do you care?
Let's go with MJ.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So we're joined by Morgan and Siaka.
There you go. You got it.
Do you want to go by Siaka or MJ?
Let's stick with Siaka this time. Yeah.
Bummer.
Next time I come back.
Should I try to pronounce your last name, or are we good with just
Oh,
Siaka?
you can. I mean, most people don't usually just call me Siaka.
Massaquoi.
Oh, he got it.
Did I nail it?
He got it.
Wow.
Siaka Massaquoi. All
He got
right.
it.
You are running for state assembly in District 43 here in California.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
awesome.
That's a crazy blue LA County, but hey, we got to take a shot
gotta
now.
fight, man.
Yeah,
That's
we have
awesome.
to.
If
So,
someone's
awesome.
going to do it, it's you.
wow, thank you. Yeah, from
welcome.
your lips to God's ears, I like to say.
I've known you for 5 minutes. I'm like, this guy got it in the bag.
Oh, there it is. There it is. You guys heard it here first, folks, on the Babylon Bee podcast. It's in the bag. Yeah. So I mean, it's been cool and interesting to put my name in a hat. You know, I've been kind of active anyway for the last 2 years, and I feel like this has been a natural progression to rallies and speaking there and joining different organizations. So let's see what we can do to take the state back in the right and turn it back to the right direction.
That's awesome. And you also do some acting and producing and
Yes.
small business owning. And
Well, yeah, well, when they allow you to stay open. No, my trade, I'm an actor by trade.
Yeah.
This is what I came out to do, back in 2004. I came here from Chicago, and acting was the one thing I found that I enjoyed the preparation just as much as the end result. And so I was living my dream in 2019. I actually had a play that was gonna open up the week that they shut down. And that play was for me to like reinvigorate myself with the love of acting, because it was getting very business-like, an audition, you read like 8 scripts, you do your thing. And this play was that play, and it was getting me back in love with the arts, and then nope, shut down, right?
Oh, man. Terrible.
But I think it opened up and pushed me in a direction, and pushed me and some friends we make our own sketch comedy. We joined groups now that we've established. One of the founding members of HollywoodForFreedom.com, where we're organizing with other production companies around Southern California, even all the way out to some in Tennessee and New York. And we're building a infrastructure for like-minded individuals who just want to tell good stories and they don't want to be inundated with agenda. Right, when we've seen like our greatest IPs going to crap because of this, right? So we've started this, and I think even as bad as 2020 was for a lot of reasons, I think it propelled us to get back to that space that we really are, which are creators, and get back to that creative space. So we created that. We've been creating sketch comedy with WhatTheFact.tv for the last year and a half. And I want to continue to make movies and make films, and we even shoot music videos. So it's the kind of thing where we have to create this because they're not doing it for us. And what they are giving us is telling everyone to feel bad about what they believe in their heart and soul. And I'm over it.
awesome. Yeah. Well, this has been the Babylon Bee podcast. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, wow, that was easy. No, sorry.
The easiest show
No,
you've
it's
ever
great.
had
It's
to do.
You've given us more substance and content than we usually have in a full episode. So
I
like
normally edit this podcast, so
Oh.
yeah, you're just giving us a lot of great material.
Great
Oh,
material
yeah,
to work
well,
with. I like it,
let's do it. Maybe split it up and we'll make it like 4 different episodes. No.
We should get smart people more often, or like people that have
I
something to
agree.
say. I think that
Yeah,
maybe is the key.
yeah. Maybe we
But,
can bring in some new listeners
Yeah.
that are like,
wow.
I'm here for the intellectual.
Mm.
Well, we can get funny too. It's just we're not
That's
there
true.
yet.
We are pretty good
Or
at
you-
that.
You guys
I
are
will
great
say
at that. Yes, you guys are great at
Thank
the
you.
comedy, and so great that you guys will get banned on Twitter. I think that I want to applaud that. Can I applaud that?
Sure, yeah.
I'll do it. I think they're done. They've clapped
true.
enough about it.
It was a.
Travis started to clap, and then nobody else did, and he got intimidated into
And
not
got
clapping.
scared. Hey, I'll lead the way. Hey, trust me. Oh, there it is. There it is. Trust me. I've been out there on my own getting yelled at for the last 2 years. I'm good. So we can.
People think that because I'm the social media manager, people think that I'm the one that got the B ban because they're like, oh, you must have posted the tweet. And I get to be like, no, it actually wasn't me. It was our other editor. So, yeah. So no one hold that against me. It was not me, but.
Does the other editor still work here?
He does. He's fantastic.
Okay,
But he
all
always tends to get us in trouble the most. So we
There you
just
go.
kind of pin things on Joel.
Well, hey, Elon's coming back.
Yeah, maybe he'll get us back in.
Yeah, Elon's gonna open the door.
Yeah.
True.
Or maybe if you get a seat on the assembly,
I
you
mean,
can put in the bill.
yeah. Once I gotta. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, if Elon
There's a
doesn't do
lot
it, we're
of-
counting on you.
Or
Well, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm slashing and dicing laws and bills when I go up there. There's too many laws. You ever feel like that? Is like too many.
I'm a
yeah, too many laws.
libertarian. I feel like that every day.
Well, there you go.
Every day.
There you go. I want a libertarian in my cabinet. We're gonna have.
All right, I'll think of my cabinet position.
You see, there we go. Let's
Do you
do
get
this
a cabinet as
grassroots.
an assembly person?
Yeah, well, you get people you work with, not necessarily a cabinet.
You don't get the
assistant. No.
Secretary of Defense.
No, I won't
up.
get. I get a secretary of my defense. It's gonna be a big
The
black dude named
I'll do it.
Darrell.
I'll
don't-
use that sword over there.
He's gonna carry. Darrell's gonna carry the sword
Oh,
too.
dang.
So we already discussed this.
Well, this week on the Babylon Bee, we had a banger of the week. Hey, Babylon Bee listeners, Kyle here asking you to be a flag bearer for freedom. Right now, ADF is looking for flag bearers to help lead the fight against the Biden administration's policies and the anti-freedom attacks targeting our kids, churches, schools, women's sports, and First Amendment rights. Your monthly gift to Alliance Defending Freedom helps protect parents and children, female athletes, churches, and everyday Americans trying to freely live out their faith. Please support ADF today by going to adflegal.org/B. That's adflegal.org/BEE. And thanks for your continued support of ADF, you will receive a 3x5-foot American flag. With this flag, show your support for the greatest country of all time and your willingness to step up when our freedoms are under attack. Claim your gift and help defend religious liberty and free speech today by going to adflegal.org/B. That's adflegal.org/BEE.
Banger of the week.
Let's check out our banger of the week. This is our top performing article. Buffalo hat wearing Elizabeth Warren leads insurrection against the Supreme Court. Of course, we actually did have Elizabeth Warren out there shouting things that would have gotten Trump banned from Twitter back in the day.
I mean, we all saw the video.
Yeah, well, she didn't actually wear a buffalo hat.
Well, I know,
Babylon Bee joke.
which was great though.
Thank
but we
you.
saw her riling everybody up. Where's the tears? I remember how they talked about the 6th and everyone. Oh, where's all the nothing? She's fine.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
She's good.
Well, she's native, so I get it. They don't want to. The indigenous people here, they want to leave them alone.
The crazier one was
We can't talk about the Trail of Tears with her. It's
No, it's very set. It's about 0.00082% sensitive for her, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
Sad, not good.
Not good.
But the crazy one was the Lori Lightfoot tweet that I see that in the notes, but I saw that the other day.
Yeah, when she said we need to, what did she say? Take up arms.
take up arms.
Yeah, take up arm.
Like if that can't be interpreted as to go shoot
Like
somebody.
any other way.
Like a call to arms or
Like,
something.
yeah, this woman who said, "Good luck, you're on your own," south side of Chicago and west side of Chicago, but had police officers on her block on either side to protect her house, and says, "Well, I need to go get my hair done."
With
'cause I'm
like
on
the
TV."
shooting statistics in Chicago, it's just a very interesting choice of words.
I mean, it's like it would be, if it was a movie, we would laugh at it, but it's like real lives, like
Yeah.
to see. And I'm from Chicago, so I've watched this since 2010, and then turn it up and to turn it into a war zone. It wasn't that where I grew up, and yeah, there were bad parts, and they had the Cabrini Green high rises, but when your governor or your mayor is saying that, telling Congress, councilmen that want to help their community that are afraid and being shot at. Just a lot of them shot and killed, old ladies that have stores burned down. It's like she's telling them to shut the up.
I'm going to be honest, Lori Lightfoot is straight up my sleep paralysis demon.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
Like,
Have
I
you
don't want
seen anybody
to
about
roast
that?
appearances, but I'm so scared of her.
She looks like Beetlejuice. It's fine. Here's the one.
She's the old like hag sitting at the end of my bed when I wake up. And
Do you just start saying the Lord's Prayer right when it happens? That usually helps.
I'm not Catholic, but I'm doing it.
Hey, it still works. It still works.
True.
When a demon comes in your room, just say the Lord's Prayer. It'll give you a little, get you out of there.
Absolutely.
Did you guys know the tweet that got Trump banned from Twitter? It's so she goes and she says the take up arms, it's time to fight.
Yeah.
His tweet was, the 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, America first, and make America great again, will have a giant voice long into the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form. To all those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. That got him banned from Twitter for glorifying violence.
Honestly, like, it was such a big
what?
deal, but I couldn't even remember any part of that
That was
tweet.
the tweet that they said, and they said, well, we have to interpret this more broadly in the context of the election.
But take up arms means...
Take up arms is fine, yeah.
Lori Lightfoot.
That just
do is
means,
win?
well,
Is
it's
that
just
what it means?
protest, and yeah.
Oh my God.
Love that for us.
Man, we need everyone to get out and vote. Get out and vote. And here in California, I'm sorry to switch, but it's like we're seeing this. Get out and vote. And you can't be, independents. The independent voters, you have to pick a side, because if you don't pick a side, then you truly don't have anyone to pick in the general, because the primaries are right now, and this is when you have to get out there and vote. Register as Republican or Dem, I don't care, but this way you get to vote in the primaries, guys. Like, this is...
And
Yep.
also share Babylon Bee articles on Twitter while we're gone to trigger a lib.
Yes, and there you go.
But sadly, some Babylon Bee articles didn't get shared that much, like our bomb of the week.
Bomb of the week.
Oh,
Demons of Hell unanimously agree about value of gender-affirming care for children. It's like...
Let me ask you this. What consists
on
of a
those.
bomb?
It just didn't get that many shares.
Okay.
So we look at the share counts, and the one that didn't get very many shares.
I mean,
And
you guys
normally it can be like pretty based, but it's ones
Like, people
that
don't wanna
you
click
don't want to
share.
share it to your great aunt. And be
Yeah, I was like,
demons
the
of hell.
demons. You got gender affirming children. That's like, you guys. Hey, I'm all about comedy. I can see how that
Yeah.
can be hard.
I don't. I also don't think a lot of people know what gender-affirming care is. It
No.
doesn't.
True.
It is one of those soft words to try to disguise. what it actually
as
is.
we want to turn it at your kid.
Sometimes we
into-
just go in a little hard. We had the Mickey Mouse and the transgender scalpel the other week. Was that the bomb?
Was it
Hey,
the
but
bomb?
wait.
That was my favorite.
Wait, but isn't Disney doing that anyway?
What? It was
So
like
is that
the
really
secret
satire?
mouse tool is the transgender surgery scalpel.
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting next to Kyle while he's posting that, and he kept doing the voice all day, and it was hilarious.
Oh,
Oh, that's
God.
right. I forgot. I did that in Florida.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. But that's what I'm saying. I think you guys aren't satirical on that topic, though.
So one thing that has
Yeah.
not bombed at the Babylon Bee, though, is Sizzler Facts. 5 weeks ago, we debuted a new feature to the podcast called Sizzler Facts, and it has been met with overwhelmingly positive feedback. Here's an interesting Sizzler fact out of Stockton, California. Captain Crab Boiling Seafood and Bar recently took over a vacant restaurant in Elk Grove, formerly occupied by, you guessed it, Sizzler. While they do offer Louisiana-style Cajun seafood, one thing they don't offer is choices. This has been
Don't sue us.
Sizzler Facts. Now it's time for B Radio with Austin Robertson.
Factually inaccurate. Morally correct. This is Babylon Bee Radio. Our top story. FBI agents have confronted the mob surrounding Justice Kavanaugh's home, warning them to steer clear of the house next door as a local school board member lives there. The FBI had initially declined to investigate security risks to the Supreme Court justices, as agents were busy planning how to kidnap another moderately attractive Democrat governor. However, after being alerted of the mob's proximity to a school board member, the FBI immediately surrounded the area with snipers and dispatched several SWAT units. At publishing time, the FBI said it would remain all hands on deck to protect the school board from dangerous parents who try to read disturbing assigned elementary curriculum at board meetings. The FBI has also requested that calls from those annoying female gymnasts be sent to voicemail. The U.S. House of Representatives is scheduled to vote on a health care bill that, if passed, will legalize Clinton-assisted suicide in all 50 states. The bold new bill, which experts are calling a major win for civil rights, will award the Clinton family a veritable license to kill. They will be legally certified to terminate the elderly, disabled, comatose, and politically inconvenient at their own discretion. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Many people don't want to be alive. We can't force people to live, especially those who are close to exposing government secrets. Being a whistleblower or independent journalist is an obvious cry for help. They are literally saying, please kill us. And who are we to tell them that they can't shoot themselves twice in the back of the head?
If the bill goes to the Senate, it will likely pass only with the help of a tie-breaking vote by VP Kamala Harris. The VP's already voiced approval for the bill and has described suicide as a time when people kill themselves.
And that time is every day.
Republican leaders have decried the bill as the legalization of murder and a dangerous blow in the heart of democracy. House Democrats have warned Republicans to stop the partisan rhetoric, or else they might end up committing suicide. During a press conference aimed at praising the Commander-in-Chief's flawless track record, Press Secretary Jen Psaki begrudgingly took a question from some gloom-and-doom journalists describing parents' struggles in finding baby formula. Psaki guffawed, saying parents unable to obtain baby formula should just feed their babies a margarita and put them in a kickboxing class. After the press conference, progressive parents who voted for Biden obediently followed Psaki's advice. A late-breaking update to this story, President Biden has announced a new plan to address the formula crisis, asking each illegal immigrant to please bring 1 can of formula to drop off when they cross the border. The Border Patrol has been directed to set up donation boxes at popular crossing points. Biden promises that any immigrant who drops off a can before entry will not be thrown into one of his cages. As an added incentive, those who bring a can of the high-dollar Similac Pro will receive a guarantee to not be shipped to New York or D.C. A new film in the popular James Bond franchise has reportedly been ruined by the casting of a female in the role of Agent 007 because she keeps stopping and asking for directions in the middle of car chases. In addition to disruptive chase sequences, the female Bond will be unable to use Q gadgets and will become emotionally attached to everyone she sleeps with, causing her to hand over state secrets and act surprised when they betray her, just like Daniel Craig's James Bond did. Amazon, which now co-owns the Bond franchise, said in a statement, quote, "We have every right to take this series and make it completely unrecognizable to longtime fans. Besides, if you hate it, that just means you hate women." Producers say Amazon's quotas require the new film to also feature a female villain, a handicapped female Q, and a trans M. Despite not being expected for release until November, the new Bond film is already being nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars for cast diversity. Orthodox fans celebrated Star Wars Day this week on May 11th. They view the more popular May the 4th as a valid holiday on a heretical day. Orthodox Star Wars Day is celebrated similarly to its May the 4th twin, but all the decorations have May the 11th be with you printed on them. Orthodox fans also do not recognize the prequel or sequel trilogies and consider the Expanded Universe, collection of novels under the Legends brand, as part of the Star Wars canon. As one Orthodox fan explained,
"It's quite simple. Typical Star Wars fans are on the Gregorian calendar, instituted by the Catholic Church. We are on the Galactic Standard Calendar, the actual calendar of the Star Wars galaxy. So the holiday occasionally lags behind the schismatic fans. So you see, our timeline is correct. May the 11th be with you."
When reached for comment, Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy said even if Orthodox fans had a valid claim, it doesn't matter, because she is Star Wars. To accommodate people who prefer sprinkling donuts with coffee instead of fully immersing their donuts in coffee, Dunkin' Donuts has announced plans to open new donut shops in communities with a large number of practicing Presbyterians. At publishing time, the executive team at Sprinklin' Donuts had called an emergency meeting to reevaluate the entire plan after being informed that the Greek word baptizo literally means to immerse. Now you're up to date on the only news that matters. Find more fake news you can trust at BabylonBee.com. Until next time, this is Austin Robertson, the voice of the Babylon Bee. So long.
Wow, Austin, what a great Bee radio.
And now, you guys have noticed Adam Yenser is not on the podcast right now, but we are going to bring him in for weekly news. Here we go.
It's time for the weekly news with Adam Yenser.
Record low water levels in Nevada's Lake Mead have been exposing the remains of murder victims that were missing for years. We have to fix this drought crisis now, demanded Hillary Clinton.
Because she kills people. Because she kills people.
Because she kills people. Pro-abortion activists have been protesting outside the private homes of conservative Supreme Court justices, including John Roberts' home in Maryland and Brett Kavanaugh's home, the Delta Kappa Epsilon frat house.
Because he drinks a lot of beer.
Keg parties.
Keg parties, yes.
Jill Biden made an unannounced trip to Kiev this week to meet with the First Lady of Ukraine. Ukraine's First Lady begged Jill Biden to provide resources for refugees and to please get Bono to leave.
As he's always there.
That's a really good joke, MJ.
Thank you. Wrote it myself.
I mean, Adam.
I'm Adam.
Yeah.
Rich Strike, the horse with the longest odds at the Kentucky Derby, came in first place, winning $1.8 million. So now his owner can afford gas and doesn't have to ride a horse anymore. Fred Savage was fired from the reboot of The Wonder Years due to accusations of on-set misconduct. When he was called into Human Resources to discuss the accusation, Savage responded, "Ew, gross. Do we have to read the kissing parts?"
Do you get that, Joe?
I don't.
Interesting. You're a little too young.
Yeah, he was a kid.
But I did write the joke, so.
Yeah.
As part of its effort to contact aliens, NASA wants to send nude pictures into space. They hope somewhere, some advanced civilization will see the naked pictures and finally help us define what a woman is. Actor and PETA activist James Cromwell glued his hand to Starbucks counter to protest the high prices of vegan milk. Cromwell was horrified to learn the glue he used was made from horses that lost to Rich Strike. Apple announced that it is discontinuing the iPod Touch, its last remaining iPod model. The only thing sadder than still owning an iPod Touch would be still owning a Zune.
Okay, I do own a Zune, and that's not funny.
What
You
is a
still use
Zune?
A Zune, yeah, I use it. It's an MP3 player.
What's an MP3? Oh, man. All right. Celebrity chef Mario Batali was acquitted on charges that he groped a woman at his Boston restaurant. And he didn't even have to use the Andrew Cuomo, "I'm Italian, how could I not grope" defense.
You gotta use that.
I'm Italian.
I'm Italian, how could I not grope?
I must grope. It is my people.
I was thinking more New York Italian
Okay.
than Mario from Mario Brothers.
I gotta go Mario Brothers.
Okay, I feel you.
That's it for the weekly news. If you miss Adam and you didn't think I delivered these jokes well, you can go see him live this weekend at the Looney Bin in Oklahoma City.
As a Christian, you know that God is always there for you, but sometimes things in this life can get overwhelming. It's a crazy time, especially with the pandemic and all that stuff. It's important to speak to a counselor, but you definitely want to talk to one who shares your faith and values. Online counseling from Faithful Counseling is there for you. You have Christian counselors who share your faith, who can deal with crisis of faith issues, and just deal with normal stuff that every human deals with, like depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, all that kind of stuff. You can get help on your own time and at your own pace. You can schedule a secure video chat with a counselor. Everything you share is confidential. They have 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists across all 50 states. It's secure, convenient, professional, and affordable. Listeners get 10% off your first month at faithfulcounseling.com/BabylonB. Don't wait another minute. You can get started today. Go to faithfulcounseling.com/BabylonB. You're going to fill out a questionnaire, and it'll help them assess your needs and get you matched with a counselor who shares your faith and a counselor that you'll love. That's faithfulcounseling.com/BabylonB. So we're going to talk to Siaka now, who's running for California District 43, like we were talking about. California's violent crime is up by 86%. Homicides up 46%. Homelessness is up by 20%. And that's because we're not spending enough on those issues. Am I right?
Duh.
See?
Duh.
This is why I'm good at this.
There you go.
We've got the highest gas prices and the highest taxes. And you had some crazy stories, like your home was raided by the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
Why was that? What did you do?
What did I do?
What'd you do?
I thought nothing. But apparently, they thought by just going to DC on January 6th, anyone who was
So you were
there,
at the
I was at the new 9/11, as they like to call it, where we had a bunch of old ladies and kids and parents and uncles and dads singing the national anthem for the most part.
Did you do any face paint?
No.
Buffalo?
I kept it. I had a Trump hat which the FBI
You
took
didn't
a
pick
picture
an
of.
animal hat?
No, I went normal. I went normal like most of us, and had like the skull cap, the little scarf.
If you could
It
have
was super
picked an
cold.
animal hat, what animal hat would you have picked?
Would I have picked for that one? Honestly, probably a lion.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Lion
or a
Man.
panther. Oh,
All
Lion
right.
Man, yeah. A
What,
lion, like the cats.
Do you own any Lego models of the Capitol building? Just,
Not anymore.
okay.
No.
They took it. The FBI took
They
it.
came. Yeah, they came into the house. Have not been, like I always say, I haven't been charged with anything. This happened June 10th of last year.
Okay.
Haven't been charged with anything. They still have my stuff. I even posted the day of all the footage that I took on Instagram, which got taken down. I got took down, especially, and as well as that account that got took down. But yeah, I'm currently. They came in there. They took my computers, my laptop, or my computers or my laptop. Sorry, my phones, some USB drives, which has a bunch of, which I think is kind of funny because I have a bunch of old acting photos where all my different bad headshots from like the 17 years I've been out here. And they still have that stuff. They actually took 2 of my MAGA hats. And I said, why are you taking that? And they're like, oh, because that's what we saw you wearing on the video. I'm like, you mean like most people there? Like, I don't. Anyway. So yeah, they
2
took.
of your MAGA hats.
Yeah.
How many MAGA hats do you own?
Well, I only own those 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said 2 of, like you had a massive
Oh yeah,
collection.
two of 28. No, I had because one of them I got at the first rally Trump rally I went to in August of 2020, and I was like, okay, I'll finally put one on. I hadn't put one on, at all the whole time. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And the other one I got the first time I went to DC for the Blexit Back the Blue event that happened. I want to say that was probably October or September, right after Trump was sick. So I want to say it was September or something like that. So
I remembered that day well.
Yeah,
A dark day in
the
our
dark
nation's
day.
history. When Trump was sick.
when he was sick, and then we had and I'm currently right now doing a class action against the FBI and the agents that came into my home illegally.
Based and red pilled.
Based and red pill. Yeah.
If we got to do something, you got to do something because we've watched them just push people around.
So I have to ask, did they knock? Or was
Well,
this a no knock?
No, they knocked. They banged on the
Okay.
door.
So it wasn't like a KGB get
No.
down. All right.
But it was close enough when you look at how the country's supposed to work. I
That's
asked.
polite of them to knock it.
They banged on the door.
Oh, okay.
And my best friend was he was staying in the front room with my godsons, 5 and 7 at the time. So he sees that and he goes out and they're all ready, locked and loaded with ARs. And he opens the door like with his hands out. They grab him, put him against the wall. His sons can look out the window and see this. And where my room is located in the back of the house, so I kind of more come out of it, right? I'm like sleeping and I hear FBI, and I'm like what's going on? And then I'm still thinking, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I open up the door. I'm just like, you see that Call of Duty like silhouette, right, of the flash and the gun. They're like, hands in the air. And all I could say was like, don't shoot my dog. Because Ginger was kind of like, what's going on? And
Did they shoot your dog?
no.
I feel like that's the ATF that shoots a lot of dogs.
ATF shoots a lot of dogs.
Was the ATF? Well,
No,
the
it was
ATF
no,
might
it
have
was
been
just
there.
FBI. And so they came, grabbed me, and luckily I decided to wear pants to go to sleep that night because they wouldn't let me.
Do you usually not?
Well, yeah.
You
I like to live free.
Yeah,
like
I
I take this freedom thing
All the
even in
way.
my sleep.
All the way.
Yeah. So
I like that.
so they cuffed me up and they took me outside. I did nothing but sweatpants and I didn't see anyone else that I knew except for I saw one lady holding my 5-year-old or my 4-year-old godson in her arm, taking him in the car, and it's like, what's going on, and I asked for the warrant. They're like, well, we got to clear the house. Then I'm like, I want to call my lawyer, and they're like, wait 1 second, and I start repeating those 2 requests over and over, and by the time they cleared the house, and they're like, let's get him a copy of the warrant, and they come out with a sheet of paper that just had basically the top of whatever this warrant was or whatever it said, which that's illegal in itself. You have to see what they're in there for.
Yeah.
Which they didn't have. They had one piece
You have
of
to
paper.
have the specific thing they're
Exactly.
looking for and all that. Yeah.
So they just sat there and had this. They had a piece of paper. I'm like, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at all my stuff sitting on my my dining room table, and I'm like, what's going? Like what? The dimey,
They had a scrap of paper that said warrant in crayon.
I mean, honestly, it might as well have said it, And I'm like, this is crazy. Why are you taking this? Why are you taking that? they went into the garage and pulled out the skull caps, the Trump skull caps and scarves, and took pictures of it. Like they're trying to really.
Bummer you didn't have any warning. You could have destroyed your Lego set and laid them out so they'd be stepping on all the Lego.
I would have Home Alone them. Yeah, it would have been. I would have had the
them.
cans of paint ready to come right in the front.
Bowling ball and
and I have a pretty strong door because when they took me outside, I saw their battering ram thing, and I was kind of like, I asked them, I was like, did you guys try that to the door? They're like, nah, we knocked first because I wanted to see.
See, they're pretty polite.
Yeah, I'm
They
like,
didn't bash your
Super
door.
nice.
he was like, this is not an arrest. You know, the guy wanted to arrest you, but I'm like, no, let's not arrest
Not an
him.
arrest. We just have a battering ram.
Yeah, battering ram and 14 agents with ARs pointed at you and around your property.
And this was like months after.
Yeah, this is June 10th.
And it's like you hadn't done anything in that
Nope.
period, so
Nope.
it wasn't like there was some escalated threat. They were just going around.
Like I was continuing to, and when the LA Times and the Daily Mail got it, and they're like, conservative actor raided by FBI, because that's what it was for. It was to sully the name, so that people, and I've heard from friends in the industry, like they say, well, you know, they want to work with you, but they're afraid of the FBI, blah, 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 blah. So that's what it was truly for more than anything else, right? Because I didn't do anything. There's nothing done than just walking around recording what I saw and trying to report on it like everyone else. And, you know, they just had like in the papers, when you go past the headline of actor raided, all it said in there was like, he's best known for, you know, his speeches at Trump rallies and telling people to run for local office.
That's what you're best known for?
That's what I'm best known for. Outside of like the acting, they're saying, so like I'm so dangerous that all I'm telling people to do is run for local office. At least they say like, I didn't even say fight back. Or
Literally violence.
Yeah. do you
Literally
feel
terrorism.
attacked? Yeah.
I feel so attacked right now.
It was wild to read these articles, and then you start reading like some of the lies. They had financial lies. Like the first article said I had like I had like $2 million. Then the second one said it kept going up. Said I had like 6, and then the last one said I had 14. And all of them saying that I made that money doing one scene on a show years ago, and the residuals build it up for it. I'm like, $14 million.
Flower bed.
I got to talk to my agent because
you got way more than that.
Yeah, right. I would. You know, I'm like, then SAG's been taking a lot, but it's just the lies that just came and dropped out of that. It was wild.
So, if people want to vote for you, they can check you out, siakafораssembly.com.
Yep.
Let me just kind of finish up by asking, like, why the heck are you still in California? And, you know, I know there's a lot of people that are moving out of state, and they're like, we're going to get out of this place. What can conservatives do to fight back? What's the case for staying here and fighting?
Well, the case is the fact that it's most people's homes, right? They've been here for decades and generations. It's the most beautiful state in the union. And this whole country, how this country is established is that we have to stand and we have to protect our area. We have to. And right now, a lot of conservatives, we've been asleep at the wheel here in California and across the country. So now you have to, like I said earlier, make sure people are registered to vote. Get out there for this primary because it is a top 2 here in California. We can't just sit back and it's not the top Republican and Democrat anymore. It's top 2 vote getters. And their people are upset right now. So if you're not doing your part, whether you're walking the streets for a candidate, you're donating money, or you're registering people to vote, then we will lose this state. But people are here still fighting for a reason because it's the most beautiful state in the union. If California goes, the rest of the country goes. This is the 5th largest economy on the planet. So we need to fight for this, for not only for ourselves in California, but for the rest of the nation. Evil doesn't stop. They're not going to stop because like, all right, we got California. Good luck with in Tennessee or in Texas
right.
or in Florida. It's like, now we got California. What can we get? So it's really up to us. You can run today, but you're going to be running again tomorrow.
I like it. Can we get the American flag behind him while this
Eagle screeches
Eagle's
in the
screeching,
background.
right?
building music? That's really what I needed to do.
For the day, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you can check out his campaign at siakafораssembly.com. And now we're going to talk to an actual wizard. Every day, we witness yet another woke corporation weaponizing their progressive values against Americans. Imagine a world where you could completely unsubscribe from woke corporatism. Imagine a world in which every single dollar you spend could go towards companies that share your values of life, liberty, and patriotism. Now with the PublicSq app, you can. PublicSq, PublicSq, is an app and website that connects freedom-loving Americans to the community and companies that share their values. They've just recently launched and are already the largest network of patriotic businesses and consumers in the nation. To get started and shop your values, visit publicsq.com today. That's publicsq.com. MJ. MJ is a woman? Oh no. No, it's true, but
Who knows
that's not what
that
the notes
is
say. It
anymore?
says it says MJ is a wizard, a segment with the woman.
The woman.
With the woman who was in our
Second
most popular sketch of all time.
And my first sketch ever with the bee.
And one that we
was
wrote
kinda wild.
and filmed in an hour or two.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah.
there you go.
It was the end of the day, and we're just like, yeah, let's just whip this out really quick. And
That's where the
Took
magic's
off,
made. That's where the
but-
magic's made.
Let's watch the sketch. Here we go. Twitter employee undergoes therapy over Elon Musk takeover.
Dr. Pollen, I'm your 2 o'clock.
Oh, hey, Mandy. Have a seat. What can I do for you?
It's terrible. I can't even. I have literally lost my ability to even.
Whoa, let's calm down. What was it? Some sort of tragic loss? Death in the family? No one misgendered you, did they?
No, it's even worse. Elon Musk wants to buy our company.
All right, not another one. All right, just tell me, what is it about Elon buying Twitter that actually bothers you? And remember, this is a safe space. There's no judgment here.
If he buys our free speech platform, people will be able to have free speech on our platform.
Well, that's just stupid. All right, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's go a little bit deeper. What exactly bothers you about somebody having free speech on our free speech platform?
If we don't have the unilateral power to ban ideas we don't like, we'd actually have to discuss and defend our ideas based on their own merit.
And what's the problem with that?
It's just everyone who disagrees with me is a Nazi. So it's imperative that I change their mind with force and violence.
Very interesting. Now, let's try something else. I'm gonna hold up some shapes and I want you to tell me exactly what you see.
Nazis, Nazis, Nazis. That one kind of looks like a lip. Nazis, Nazis, Adolf Hitler, Nazis. Oh, I know that one. It's the Hindu symbol for peace. Namaste. Nazis, Nazis, Donald Trump. No, wait, it's still Nazis.
Fascinating. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. I want you to answer honestly. Is Elon in the room with us right now?
Yes, I see him at work. I see him at Whole Foods. I see him when I get into my Tesla. He's everywhere.
All right, whatever. Next.
Hey, Doc. Why do you have these pictures of my mom?
Oh, MJ,
Who's
you kill
that
me.
girl? So funny.
Kill me. Although Dan really stole the show.
Oh, absolutely.
end.
That
That was
last
awesome.
line was just...
It's killer. You always got to put a button on it.
All right, so we have. So you are Gen Z, right? You're squarely in Gen Z.
I am like,
Are you like-
the first year of Gen Z.
So you're older
yeah,
Gen Z. Right?
yeah.
Okay. So I went to Google and I typed in why does Gen Z, and I let it autofill.
Okay. This
all
is
the-
great already.
All right.
This
So
is great
me
already.
and Siaka will take turns. You have the notes. Yeah,
Yes,
me and
I got 'em
Siaka
right
will
here.
take turns asking you questions about Gen Z. So number one, why does Gen Z suck?
Go.
TikTok.
TikTok is the
enough.
reason.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It does
TikTok.
brainwash them. It's
Yep.
true.
Why does Gen Z not want to work?
The Gen Z answer is that we are tired of this capitalist system. We live to work and then we die, and I don't know. My answer is because making internet money is really easy nowadays. So why would anyone want to ever be in an office 40 hours a week?
That sounds more like the Gen Z answer than that's perfect.
Why does Gen Z have so much anxiety?
Probably also TikTok. I mean, they grew up.
The answer to all of this is
They grew up
TikTok.
with Instagram since they were like 10. That's so bad for your mental health.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would have so much anxiety if I had Instagram when I was like 10 and 11.
And trying to look cool. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just like so bad for your self-confidence and body image. I think little girls especially, but...
That's very true.
And I think it's also kind of trendy to have anxiety right now, but I digress.
Mental health. All right.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We got another question about that.
Oh, all right.
Come on.
Why does Gen Z hate skinny jeans?
See, I'm like I always like skinny jeans because I was old enough to like wear them, but now they like mom jeans, and I do not think they're flattering on anybody. Like some of them are okay, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep wearing my skinny jeans till I die. So,
why does Gen Z look old?
I think we have like 16-year-olds trying to contour their face like a Kardashian, and it's really just aging them. You know, I don't know.
Got it.
Why does Gen Z look weird?
I don't know. Let's ask the audience.
Yeah. Why does Gen Z love Shrek?
I love Shrek.
So why?
I love Shrek.
I was actually like...
So
that's
I
my
only
generation.
recognize Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 as canon. Anything after Shrek 2 is not canon.
Okay.
But Shrek 2 has a
Bubblegum.
flower bed soundtrack.
Why does Gen Z cuss so much?
yeah, right.
I say that word because it reminds me of The Sandlot. I loved The Sandlot growing up, and they're always like,
Bubblegum.
I'm like, yeah.
Is that really a curse word?
We wouldn't
our
say it on our
audience,
podcast, but yeah, I don't. It's not the same as the other way that you would use the word.
I feel it.
Shrek is love, though.
Shrek
You're
is
Gen
love.
Z, you get it.
Why does Gen Z fake disorders?
Fake disorders?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think mental health is like obviously very real and very important, but I haven't hardly met anyone nowadays that like, oh, I have depression and anxiety. I'm like, is that diagnosed or are we just... They like to self-diagnose. And I think if you don't have something wrong with you, it's like, So what antidepressant are you on? It's like, okay.
Shrek is my antidepressant.
Yeah, all you need to do is watch Shrek 2. It's the cure.
But not Shrek 3. That's not canon.
That's not canon.
Yeah.
Why does Gen Z not use capital letters? Morgan.
Kyle's such a
MJ.
hater. So in that Twitter video...
I'm not a hater. This came up on Google.
Really?
Yes, I didn't make these up.
I thought you totally made that up.
I didn't.
I don't use it because I think it looks aesthetic and cute. And that's a weird answer, but
So I'm going to tell you a story.
I think it's cute.
I'm going to tell you guys a story about MJ.
Holy.
I gave her a video to post to Twitter, and I gave her the title. Copy this and paste it into Twitter and tweet it out. She went through and uncapitalized every letter of the title and took out the punctuation and then tweeted. I'm like, you put in so much effort to look like you're not putting in effort.
Aesthetic.
For the aesthetic.
Oh my goodness.
I can't have like my feed with like no capitals and then suddenly like boom, 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 capital letter and like proper punctuation. It'll throw people off. They'll know I didn't write it.
They'll know how to read it finally.
They'll
That's
understand
true.
it.
That's true. Fair enough.
Wow, I did not know that. Thank you for asking that
The
question.
only word that they capitalize is Shrek.
Only 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Only canon Shrek.
They spell it without the vowels out of respect.
Exactly.
SHR-K. Never mind.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Continue.
You guys are crazy. Oh, wait. All right. Why,
Thanks, Travis. I appreciate it.
why does Gen Z not like side parts?
I have a side part. They like the middle part and they say everyone looks better with the middle part, but I tried it and I looked like a young lad who likes berries and cream almost, you know, it's like flat. I'm like, this looks awful. I kind of look like Lord Farquaad or something.
Do any of the women here have a middle part right now?
Anybody got middle parts over the Gen Zers?
I don't think there's any women younger than me, but
She's like, do not put this on me. I do not have enough car.
No, I tried it. It looked real bad.
Yeah.
But
All right. Why does Gen Z not drink?
I know why I don't drink.
Fact check
know.
false.
I don't know why they don't drink. I guess
Do they drink less than millennials? Is that
probably. I mean, I guess weed is more legal in other states. So I if I had to guess, we just have more options. And a lot of people don't like drinking. Like I don't really care for drinking because it just makes you feel awful the next day.
Right.
So
I was gonna say they're all popping pills.
Pills instead.
It's pill popping, baby.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, no, we have diverse options.
See,
now.
yeah. She said, "Oh yeah, I forgot about the pills." Yeah. She was like, "Oh yeah. That's right. That's true."
Oh yeah.
She's like, "I don't know why we don't drink pills. That's it.
Pills.
That's it." Yeah. That's funny. All right. Why does Gen Z not like the laughing emoji?
Like the normal crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Well, we like the skull emoji. And I always have
for laughing.
Kyle. Yeah. It's like dead, you know? Like
it's so funny.
I'm so dead
It's so
right
funny.
now.
It killed me.
Yeah.
It
And-
literally melted the flesh off my face.
body.
And
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
a skull.
You're like,
And when boomers got a hold of the laughing emoji, you know, whenever the older generations like catch on instead of doing like, you know, big LOL or whatever,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, we got to find a new thing. So
course.
Kyle started using the skull emoji, so now I got to figure out what's the next emoji for me to use.
so he's your litmus test.
I can't be using the same emojis as Kyle.
Basically, once he gets it and gets comfortable with it, it's you're starting to plan to
They're
move
going to
on.
think we're the same age.
As soon as I've found something, it's out. This is what I'm hearing.
He's like, "Did you guys hear of iPods? Have you guys heard of those things?
Yeah.
They're
And now
amazing."
they're out.
This is the first time I've ever learned of a zoo.
I feel like you would like Zoom. They're so hipster, but whatever.
Mm.
Why does Gen Z love the 90s?
There we go.
The 90s is like, I guess, our 80s, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
don't want to think about them.
I don't know.
They're like our 80s.
It's strange because it's like some of the same fashion trends now, so maybe that's where
But it's
the
just coming back, yeah. 'Cause
mom
people-
jeans and all that comes in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We know we lived through the 90s to make the mistakes, so you guys wouldn't make those mistakes.
I feel like the
And we're right
90s
You guys
were
are
a
bringing
great
back
time
all the
to live,
mistakes.
though. Like, we had enough technology that you're not dying of random stuff. You know, it's like we're medically advanced enough, but it's before everyone started getting offended about things and everyone got weird. It just seemed like it was a happy period.
You weren't on your phone all the time because they didn't exist like that.
I do
Yeah,
think-
nobody's
Ride
like
your bike.
bothering you 24/7.
I do think there was the perfect mix of we got the internet, but we got it late enough in our development that we didn't need it or rely on it. It was just like, oh, I'll go check my email. And that was a cool thing, but we didn't have it with us all the
You're like,
time.
I'm going to get on my bike and go to Josh's house and then just hang out all day with your friends outside.
I would love to get on like AIM. Well, I guess that was early 2000s, and go home and talk to my friends instead of being like, you have to be available. People think you're available 24/7 all the time.
You have to
It's like
turn
just
it
because
off.
you have the ability to contact me 24/7 does not mean
Don't.
that I'm available. So
Don't.
tough.
All right, we got one more question for
Last
you.
one.
All right.
Why does Gen Z say sheesh?
First of all, that's not how you say it. It's more like sheesh, and then you gotta do this arm thing, and you gotta be like sheesh. Can you demonstrate for us? I just want to make sure you got
So
it.
wait,
Can we do that again and then just cut to Siaka's reaction and play the Curb Your Enthusiasm? Boom,
And you want me to look at it, give him that-
ba-da-da-da-da.
Who
Just
is
like,
this woman?
what is going on? Wait, okay.
Gonna learn
You want me to do it again?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait. So give me the tone again. I want to know the tone.
Sheesh.
Okay, sheesh. Okay.
Yeah,
and then do the hand
you
thing.
got like ice in
Now,
your
what does this
veins.
mean? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
You ready?
yeah.
Sheesh. That hit was that how the kids do it nowadays?
Kyle got it.
Oh man, you've been hanging out with the Gen Zers a lot.
Wait, let's all do it at the same time.
Back
2,
away from the mic.
3.
That was really good. That was really good.
All right.
Make
now-
that a GIF.
Man, I never want to do that again. All right.
Now that we thoroughly hate ourselves, we got a few questions from MJ from her Twitter followers. Dogs or cats? From
Dogs.
Natalie. Dogs.
Hi, Natalie.
Do you get any pushback for having a bad word in your Twitter header? This is from Vintage Mom.
So my Twitter header is a screen grab of what is it called? Tiger King, that libertarian guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I'm sure.
I'm
First
a
of all,
libertarian, so technically
Flower bed.
the feds. And I'm like,
by the way, just by saying Tiger King, you don't have to then follow up with Libertarian guy.
Okay,
Just
okay,
Tiger
great.
King.
Yeah.
Everyone who
agree.
knows the crazy. Yeah.
Which Tiger King?
Which the Libertarian one? Oh, okay.
Libertarian.
My
Well, there was
bad.
that libertarian. It wasn't like the Tiger King. There was like a libertarian campaign manager. Or something
No.
named
Just the
Josh.
Tiger King.
Oh,
He
right,
got
right,
it though.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Though.
That's right.
But I've had like 2 people comment on it, but it's so based and funny that I say, mind your business and don't look at it if you're mad.
There you go.
We need you to report to HR.
Is there an HR here?
Yeah, it's in the kitchen.
I'm HR.
I am the HR.
I am HR.
You want to take this one, Siaka?
All right, yeah. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get back in Babylon B Twitter account?
Oh, it's like, yeah.
Honestly, it's going to be Seth or Kyle that probably does the first thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is my
Post
job.
what we tell
is
her
my
to.
job.
Except she'll uncapitalize everything.
Uncapital. I'm going to rebrand new aesthetic for the B.
It's uncapitalized. Oh my God. So if you guys can't understand it, she's back. Okay.
How did you start working for the Babylon Bee? This is from Matt Montgomery.
Well, I met Seth through Twitter actually, and the pandemic started, and he's just kind of like, would you like a job here? And I'm like, yeah, I edit some videos. So it worked out because I just got laid off from my student job on campus because school shut down. So yeah, I worked part-time here for like almost a full year, and then I came on full-time and been loving it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They say ask him. What
Does
does
that mean?
Okay.
Ask him.
Ask him what they think about aliens. First time I'll be listening to Babylon B's podcast too.
Oh, welcome, Luke. We're so happy to have you. I'm a big alien believer. I love alien documentaries. I've seen probably like all of them on Netflix and Amazon. I'm an alien truther. I don't know how these guys feel about it, but I'm going to speak for the Babylon Bee and say we officially endorse aliens
Now,
as well.
this person actually capitalized aliens. So
Yeah.
are they talking about the James Cameron movie?
I haven't seen that.
That's very sad. It's better than Shrek.
I don't know.
It is.
I'll definitely watch it, but
honestly,
So
you want to get
we now have 2 questions that are similar. These are from Gavin Doolittle and John Douglas Nelson, basically asking how. Well, they're not quite the same question. John Douglas Nelson says, "How can you be a libertarian and a Christian?"
it feels a little heated.
Gavin Doolittle, you don't have to answer any of this.
Oh.
Gavin Doolittle says, with the Babylon Bee being conservative, how does that mix with your personal libertarian ANCAP politics?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty. I don't
have
think.
some
I don't
libertarians
think.
at the
Yeah,
B.
I
The B
don't think
isn't,
the B is like as hardcore like Trump and like Republican as people think. I know some of our jokes maybe come across that way, but everyone here is like super chill. You know, they're very open to kind of differing ideas. Unless it's Calvinism, then get out.
Wait, so I have a question then.
Yeah.
What about libertarian? Being a libertarian is anti-Christian or
I think most people honestly are going to be like, well, libertarians are pro-choice, but I mean, libertarians are honestly pretty 50-50 pro-life, pro-choice. So
I thought libertarians is like you do what you want, leave me alone.
yeah, that's basically
So how
it.
is that?
But if they believe in protecting personal liberties, and it depends if you believe that that's a human or not. So if you do think it's a human, then you say,
Then there
its
it is.
rights needs to be protected.
But I mean,
I just think we can spread, Christianity and be good to people without needing the state to force that on everybody else. So
well, because
I have no qualms with it.
They painted it as that libertarians all don't kind of have that.
Yeah, it's
value
definitely a
system.
loaded question.
Yeah, I
that's
don't-
for sure.
All right, we cut that in post, right? We just no, we don't do that. Okay.
No, let's let John Nelson know that I have no qualms with libertarianism meshing with Christianity.
There you go. Do you end the Fed or the war, the war on drugs first?
That's a great question.
Let's see if you get
I
this
feel like
question
the
right.
Fed because
You got it right, everyone.
then the war on drugs won't
Yeah.
be funded.
There you
really.
go.
So
She's the-
yeah,
Gen
if we end
Zs
the
are
Fed,
smart.
the dominoes just fall.
Like that.
Will Long says, what is better, Bitcoin or guns?
Well, I haven't looked at the price of Bitcoin today.
Would you like me to tell you? I'm very happy to tell you.
But I will tell you, the value of my ammo has not gone down. So ask me again in a year, but right now I'm honestly going to go with guns.
How much ammo do you have and where specifically is it stored?
My dad would absolutely murder me if I ever gave that.
Yeah. If someone sent you one Bitcoin today, what would you do with it? This is from Vlad Kostya.
Well, depending on the price of Bitcoin, I'd probably be able to get like dollar menu on the McDonald's or something. I guess the answer people want to hear is I would hodl my one Bitcoin. It's like hold, but hodl because someone misspelled it in like 2013.
And they hold on to it. Yeah.
Stonks.
All words are made up.
Yeah.
That's
nothing really exists.
Yeah.
Except for God.
True.
There we go. We went in there. We went in there.
I like
you
that.
could feel it. You could feel it in the room.
Ultimate Jesus.
Everything said, take the air out.
I've been got. All right.
All right. Well, let's move on to hate mail. Hey, Babylon Bee listeners. Kyle here asking you to be a flag bearer for freedom. Right now, ADF is looking for flag bearers to help lead the fight against the Biden administration's policies and the anti-freedom attacks targeting our kids, churches, schools, women's sports, and First Amendment rights. Your monthly gift to Alliance Defending Freedom helps protect parents and children, female athletes, churches, and everyday Americans trying to freely live out their faith. Please support ADF today by going to adflegal.org/B. That's adflegal.org/BEE. And thanks for your continued support of ADF, you will receive a 3x5-foot American flag. With this flag, show your support for the greatest country of all time and your willingness to step up when our freedoms are under attack. Claim your gift and help defend religious liberty and free speech today by going to adflegal.org/B. That's adflegal.org/BEE.
I really miss Adam Ford.
This is from Dink13. LOL. I thought the always tattoo that Kyle has was just part of the parody he did about the Twitter jail. Now we know he is a Potterhead. Yep, it's real. For some reason, I have secondhand embarrassment for him. LOL.
That's so funny.
Is that hate or kind of like a...
It was playful. It's playful.
Backhanded, like, compassion?
It's playful. It's playful.
I like that.
And now here's one. We had a joke. Abortionist worried he may have to become one of those doctors that helps people. And here's a comment from someone named Johannes. As a medical student, it hurts to say, but the Hippocratic Oath is a symbol that descended from the time when morality was discussed by educated philosophers and not by a bunch of undereducated Jesus worshippers with sunburned necks. When a woman doesn't want her fetus to eventually be born and grow up as a child, it is her decision, and me and many other future doctors don't dare to tell her otherwise. Gladly. Well, sad that you support baby murder. Let's go...
Johannes.
Into the subscriber lounge now. The subscriber lounge is a very fancy place, and it looks awesome, and you can only get access if you're a Babylon Bee subscriber. We're going to do some bonus hate mail there, a classic story, and subscriber headlines of the week, and we have 10 questions. We have 20 questions. 10 questions for both Siaka and MJ. So here we go. Let's dive into the wonderful, exclusive, luxurious subscriber lounge.
Coming up next, for Babylon Bee subscribers.
That is why I chose to unsubscribe.
It's really polite. He put regards.
You know, they were saying, well, we have to spend more in order to curb inflation. And
I love that TikTok.
I know that TikTok. Isn't that sad?
Oh no, now I can't like that TikTok.
Yep.
JBP.
Got it.
That's what Gen Zers are calling Jordan Peterson now.
At least she didn't add Shrek. This concludes this week's edition of Steve Irwin Facts.
This has been another edition of the Bee Weekly from the dedicated team of certified fake news journalists you can trust here at the Babylon Bee. Reminding you that fake news of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth.
Actor and PETA activist Apple announced that it is discontinuing the iPod Touch, its last remaining iPod model. The only thing sadder Then still owning, I'm so sorry. All right. Would be still owning is it Zune? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. We have to keep that in there. Good job, Adam.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, there it is. There it
Thank
is.
you.